All right, folks. So I'm just gonna go over the rod train in case someone doesn't have that down yet. Um, so here's the rod train problem. Rod trains cover the following lengths as seen in the picture. You can see they can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 lengths long. How many different combinations can be made for a length 10 rod train? So how many ways can we put the rods together to make a length 10 train? Let's define the rod train problem. Okay, so putting rods together makes a rod train. All right, so if I put a 1 and a 4 together, that'll make a length 5 rod train. You can use any number of rods to make a train. Right, so you can put as many together as you want to make a given train. You can use a rod more than once in a train. Um, so, like for example, if you wanted to build a length 6 rod train, you could use 2 1s and a 4. You can only put rods together, right? So you can't like do some like weird subtracting, like 8 minus 2 equals 6, right? It's got to be, they can only add, they can't subtract. And you can put the same rods in a different order to make a different train. So for example, you could put a 2 and a 3 together to make a length 5, or you could put a 3 and then a 2 to make a length 5. We'll see some examples of that um, as we look at our problem. Okay, so we're not actually going to build the length 10 rod train. We're going to build 1 through 4. And then hopefully by then we'll see a pattern, and then that pattern will let us figure out how many combinations there are in the length 10 rod train, because that's what we're really trying to solve, is how many combinations. Okay, there's only one way to build a length 1, and that's with a length 1 rod train. If we look at length 2, we could do 2 1s or a 2. Right, for length 3, we could do 3 1s, we could do a 1 and a 2, we could do a 3, or we could do a 2 and a 1. And then if we look at length 4, we could do 4 singles, we could do 2 singles and a double, we could do 1 single and a triple, we could do a 1, a 2, and a 1, we could do 2 2s, we could do a 2, a 1, and a 1, we could do a 3 and a 1, or we could do a 4. Okay, so if you look at this pause and reflect section, they ask you, did you organize your visuals in any special way? If so, how did that help? If not, go back and look at your visuals and see if you can rearrange them. So you want to organize your rod trains in an organized manner so that you know when you're making each one, you've got all the possible combinations and that you haven't gotten any combinations twice. I will say that these are all the combinations for 1, 2, 3, and 4, but these are not organized. So it's your job to find some sort of system of organization. And then you need to explain to me how you organized your rod trains, and you need to explain to me how that organization lets you know that you got all the combinations. Okay, and so now let's look for a pattern. Well, there's 1 combination for length 1. There's 2 combinations for length 2. There's 4 combinations for length 3. And there's 8 combinations for length 4. So use that to try to come up with a pattern and figure out how many length 10 rod trains there would be. And I kind of showed this in class. Remember that you're looking to represent the solution in multiple ways, right? If you want full credit, it's not good enough to just represent it in one way. You got to represent it in multiple ways. Try and do that. Reach out to me if you have questions. You're also welcome to use the people that you're sitting with as a reference. And that's all we got for this problem.